All right, guys, now that you've seen the demo of the video, I'm going to take you through a little bit of a presentation here that's going to talk about why changing your water can actually change your life. There's a book written by Dr. Batmangali that says, "You're not sick, you're thirsty. Don't treat thirst with medications." And the question is, are you really drinking enough water? Because we know that the human body is mostly water. In fact, it's over 72% water. And the question, obviously, that you could be raising right now is, what's the quality of your water? Obviously, I'm sure you've gained a lot of insight into the different qualities of Kangen water after watching the demo. So taking a look at the water that you've been putting into your body, what do you think that you've been made of? 3 out of 4 Americans suffer from chronic dehydration, and they recommend between 2.5 and 3.5 liters of water per day just to avoid chronic dehydration. That is, again, that's just avoiding chronic dehydration. That has nothing to do with optimal hydration. Every day we're losing at least 9 cups of water on average between our sweat, our urine, other bodily functions, and we can even lose up to a cup through just breathing alone. And here's what those benefits of experiencing proper hydration. When you're drinking Kangen water, you're getting properly hydrated. You're going to have an increased weight loss, weight control. It strengthens your immune system. You have improved bodily function. It increases your brain power. It energizes your muscles. It decreases your cancer risks. It helps regulate your bowel movements. It ramps up your brain power, and it prevents cramping. Plus, it removes toxins. All over the world, people search for miracle water. They go to the Lords of France. They go to places in different areas because there's different properties in these so-called miracle waters. And even when tested by science, they've shown that these waters have exceptional antioxidant alkaline properties. And, you know, obviously the machine is made in Japan, and what we like to tell you is Eastern medicine, they focus on preventing disease, on how to seek the underlying causes of disease. But as we know here in America, Western medicine, they just treat the symptoms. They blatantly ignore the cause of the disease. In Japan, of course, they have the longest life expectancy. They're the healthiest country on the planet. Also, the World Health Organization has said that they have the longest life expectancy. And Enagic, as we said in the demo, it's a 40-year-old company, for over 40 years. They're an original equipment manufacturer. That means everything is made in-house. There's absolutely no outsourcing for any materials. All components and everything is made and inspected with absolute craftsman quality. The company makes over $500 million in annual revenues. They're the gold standard, the industry leader. They have offices all over the world. We've also opened up India, Russia, and Brazil. So we have offices in all these locations. So servicing, warranties, distribution is very, very easy because we have offices in so many different places. Enagic, it's the gold standard. It's a certified medical device in Japan. It's used in over 300 hospitals in Japan, over 32,000 restaurants. 1 in 300 homes in Japan has a Kangen water ionizer, 1 in 18,000 in the United States. Here's a list of some hospitals that are using the Kangen water. And let's talk about the 3 different properties in more of a PowerPoint so you can get a better idea after watching the demo. Now here we're going to break down some of the different properties. So obviously oxidation is the aging process. This is where we're getting some free radical damage. And as you can see, the different pictures at the bottom here, iron rusts, apples brown, and people age. And the reason being is because a healthy cell has an equal amount of negative and positive charges. Therefore, the cell is electrically stable, but a free radical comes along and they take the negative charge. Okay, so they take it in electrons, and that ends up turning the cell into an unhealthy cell, and it can also lead to damaged DNA, which leads to disease. And that is what free radical damage can do. Now, when you saw the alkaline properties of the machine, and as you saw in the demo, I was saying that it had some very powerful antioxidant capabilities. Well, that just means the potential to reduce oxidation, which would be the rusting. And as you can see, Kangen water has a very strong negative ORP, which means it is able to reduce oxidation. And when you saw the pop and the bottled water and the Dasani and all that kind of stuff, that is very oxidizing to the body. So even if it comes out with an alkaline pH, it still can be oxidizing if there's certain properties that are present in the water, like plastics. Obviously, here's just another way to help you understand when you saw the pH drops. Anything acidic can cause sickness. Anything in the alkaline state can be more oxidizing, or pardon me, more antioxidizing. A little background about cancer research. Dr. Otto Warburg, he discovered in 1931 that cancer only grows in oxygen-deprived and acidic tissue. He also won the Nobel Prize in Physiology. You get the Nobel Prize if you advance humankind forward. So this is an exceptional, world-renowned, world-famous doctor who's moved humankind forward. He discovered that disease cannot live in an alkaline body. Another book written by Dr. Theodor Baruti says that all diseases come from the same root, too much acidity. He wrote a book called Alkalize or Die, which I would recommend going and grabbing, and it talks about this. He also recommends Kangen water. And if you take a look here, we've broken down measurements with different beverages. Now you can see the on the right side it says pH. That's right beside the bottles, and you can see the different pHs. Now you can also see that some might be green or slightly alkaline, but they're still oxidizing, which means they have a positive ORP. So not everything that is alkaline is antioxidizing. All right, but if you take a look at the bottom, you can see the Kangen water. It's 9.5 pH and it has a very strong negative ORP, a very powerful ability to reduce oxidation. The other thing that we talked about is the increased speed of absorption. This would have been the T-bag test. Here's a diagram to help you understand that. So your regular H2O cluster, which you tap, filtered, purified, bottled water, those molecules tend to clump in groups of 15 to 20 molecules. So it limits the body's ability to absorb. You're typically only getting 15 to 17% of water that you're drinking. Whereas with the Kangen microcluster, you're getting much more because you can actually absorb 12.7 times, the water absorbs 12.7 times faster because molecular clusters are in smaller clusters. And here's another diagram to see larger clusters have a harder time penetrating the cell membrane, where the smaller clusters are easier to get through. There's Dr. Corinne Allen. She works with the Advanced Learning and Development Institute. She's been treating numerous brain disorders and diseases using the Kangen water, and I'll give you a second just to quickly read this. Kangen water has been providing autistic children with a strong source of antioxidants and improved hydration. In our brain programs, we observed that our therapeutic expectations have been significantly exceeded by adding Kangen water to the treatment plan. That's from Dr. Corinne Allen, and this is another world-renowned brain scientist who's been using the water and studying the water and its effects on the mind. Another doctor is Dr. Hiroomi Shinya. Dr. Hiroomi Shinya invented the colonoscopy, and that is, if you don't know what that is, if you see the lovely little pictures there, it's the camera up the butt. And he has worked on hundreds of thousands of people. He's treated tens of thousands of people with colon rectal cancers and diseases with the water, and he's had significant improvement, and with the pictures to prove that, which is the next slide that we're going to go through. If you take a look at what he's saying that waste is positively charged, therefore it tends to bond to the walls in the intestines. Kangen water is extremely negatively charged, so it is able to pull the waste out of your system. Here's a 60-year-old male who had diverticulitis, and after 3.5 months of drinking Kangen water, he had a remarkable improvement in his colon health. Same with a 45-year-old woman who had breast cancer and constipation. After 3 months, she was much, much clearer. The machine, you guys saw the video, or the part of the demo that had where I washed the tomatoes. And you saw the stuff that came out of that. Well, at the same time it's making that water, it's also producing out of the smaller hose in the machine a water that's called 2.5 strong acidic water. This is for treating skin conditions like eczema, dermatitis, skin rashes, psoriasis, athlete's foot, and etc. Here's some pictures to give you some insight into that. This is a lady who suffered from over 10 years of psoriasis on the face. After only 2 months of using the water, she had a massive clear up. Another case of eczema after 2 weeks, again, a huge clear up. And this is from a rehabilitation center in Japan. Again, using the psoriasis. And the 2.5 kills 99.9% of bacteria within about 30 seconds, kills MRSA, E. coli, and staph infections. They also use to treat gangrene infections in hospitals in Japan. So it's a very remarkable acid. The 2.5 is called hypochlorous acid. And obviously, when you're producing this water, when you stop producing the water, the machine does flush all of that out before it allows you to drink from it. So you're not going to be drinking any of this stuff. It's not stuff that you're going to be ingesting. And again, you've seen the tomato tests. So let's talk about the machine and just the 5 different types of water. So we have the strong alkaline water, 11.5. We have the drinking water. There's 3 different levels of drinking. There's clean water. This is neutral water, or it's for babies who are still on breast milk or for medication. Once babies get onto normal, solid, food, then it would be a good idea to switch them over to drinking the Kangen alkaline water, and it'll help keep their bodies in an alkaline state. But while they're just on breast milk, they don't need the alkaline water because babies are already very alkaline. The beauty water, which is for your skin and your hair, it's for plants. If you have plants or roses or flowers, use the beauty water. It's incredible. It really, really prolongs their life. They love the stuff. They suck it up. It's great for them. And of course, the strong acidic water. So here's some key features about the K8. It's the most powerful antioxidizer in the market. It has 8 solid titanium plates, double dipped in platinum. Like I said, they're the thickest in the industry. They're the largest in the industry. There's 560 square inches of iodizing surface. It's 50% faster than any previous model. It cleans the plates after each use, so it just quickly reverses the polarity as the water is draining from the machine. It's 15% more efficient than the previous machine, and it is 3 pounds lighter. Plus, it has a universal power adapter, so you can take it all over the world, and you never have to worry about voltage, and it speaks 8 different languages. Here are some of the 16 certificates. There's every ISO certification up on the top left there. The Ukon product that we have is FDA registered. The Enagic K8 is Water Quality Association. It's the WQA. It also has a patented compensation plan, and they've got a member of Direct Sales Association. There's also Water Quality Gold Seal. Direct Sales Association have given Enagic a certificate of recognition for the Code of Ethics Communication. That is powerful to think that the Direct Sales Association has scrutinized this company and they've actually given them a certificate in recognition of their ethics. And of course, it's a certified medical device in Japan. That's what you can see in the top left. So this is a quick comparison on side by side. Our electrolysis chamber next to the other guys. Obviously, their chambers are really very small, and it gets down to surface area. Okay, it's the thickness of the plates, guys. It's the length. It's the size of the plates. It's the amount of electricity. Ours has the most of everything, and that's why we don't need to add minerals to the water to create alkaline water. We add electricity to water to make alkalized water. Very, very different stuff. Again, here's a little snapshot of our plate next to the Athenas. And you can see different technology versus ours. So ours is large plates, it's serviceable. You can do a manual cleaning on the machine, which is amazing. Once a month, they recommend that you do a quick manual cleaning. It's very, very quick. You just put in a cleaning cartridge, you fill it with some water and some powder that comes with the machine. You put it in, and 3 hours later, your machine is going to be completely sterilized. It fills every hole, every chamber, and every compartment with the water, with the sterilizing water, so that your whole machine, all the tubes, all the hoses are completely sterilized. There could be no bacteria, no mineral buildup, no fungus, no anything. Whereas in other machines, they don't have that ability, so that years down the road, you could have mold building up in your pipes. The nice thing about Enagic is that's never going to happen as long as you are doing the manual cleaning. And also, a huge part of what we get to do by helping people get this machine is we're saving the environment in a massive way. Every single day, over 120 million plastic water bottles are thrown away every single day just in the United States alone. Less than 20% actually get recycled, and it takes about 1,000 years to break down one bottle. Where does it go? It goes here to the Great Pacific Trash Heap, which is floating around in the Pacific Ocean. It's the size of Texas, and it's 300 feet deep. It actually exists, guys, and no matter where you are, at some point in your life down the road, this is going to affect you. This is massive. We have so much plastic you can pretty much walk on it. It is really, really tragic, and it's killing wildlife like you have no idea. So that is the K8. Now, we have 3 different products, and of course, there's easy financing for any of these products. Everybody gets approved. We have Ukon. That's a turmeric supplement. It's it's two different strains of turmeric that have been cultivated for potency in Japan for over 600 years. And what they've done is they've taken these two different types, they've grown them completely organic using the Kangen water, so the plants are just vibrant and absolute peak health. Then they wash the turmeric with the strong Kangen waters, so that you sterilize them and maximize their potency and their staying power, so that they don't break down or biodegrade too quick. And then it's formulated with some other essential oils to help the absorption process, as well as some vitamin Bs to give you energy. So very, very powerful supplement. Again, it's organic. It is grown in an amazing volcanic soil. It's completely nutrient dense. The most potent strains that have been formulated to have 100% potency and up to 90% absorption. We have an Anespa home spa. This is the best spa money can buy. As far as I'm concerned, it's the cat's eye. It's amazing. Showering in this, it removes all the chlorine and all the chemicals from all the water that you're showering in, and then it microclusters the water with magnets, runs it through a core of minerals so that it's moisturizing and nourishing your skin and hair. And then, of course, we have the K8. Here's some benefits of the turmeric, just in case you aren't too privy on turmeric. I would highly recommend that you Google turmeric, and you'll see a lot of benefits on that. And then here's what the pill looks like. So again, there's a bunch of great ingredients that are there to help expedite the process of your body absorbing and assimilating this stuff. And then we have the spa. It's a skin moisturizer. It helps with shiny hair. It's got hot spring minerals in it, and it's used to enhance your beauty, and it really does change the way that your water feels and acts in the shower. This is just a little breakdown on how the Anespa works. And that's it, guys. So thank you for taking the time to watch this, and I hope that you get back to the person who gave you this, and we can move forward from there. So I look forward to chatting with you. Thank you.